Alright, we have finished drawing and outlining our happy buildings, and we're going to start with color. I decided that I'm going to be using color pencil because I can do a lot of detailed work with a pointy color pencil. So go ahead and grab yours. I've already started coloring just a little bit so you can get an idea of what they're going to look like. Now when you work on your buildings, you probably want to keep nice, bright, happy colors, kind of like James Rizzy colors. And you want to do some outlining. So when I come to this little guy right here, the first thing I do is I'm going to go around the edges, even though I have a nice thick Sharpie line. Some areas I don't have a Sharpie line. So I want to go around those areas with my color pencil. And James Rizzy didn't do very much shading in his artwork. So I want to try and color in the same direction and keep about the same amount of pressure on my color pencil so that it comes out kind of flat. So I'm going in just up and down, vertical. I'm keeping my color pencil very controlled because this is a small project. It's got small details. Now just by doing that little bit of outlining, I am able to color my building pretty quickly. You'll be able to separate your buildings out really well. I used a warm color on this building and a cool color on this building here. Alright, I finished coloring my buildings. They look pretty happy, and I am going to work on my pop-out element, and I think I'd like to do another car. In the video that you watched in the slides, you saw that James Rizzy actually designed a Volkswagen Beetle and covered it with his artwork. I have just a very small piece of paper here, a little scrap piece of paper. I'm going to start my Volkswagen Beetle with the curve of the middle of the car. I'm going to create the front hatch, the hood, and the trunk also with 2 more curves. I'm going to give my car some bumpers. That's just going to be a little jelly bean on each side because we only see the very end of the bumper since it's a side view of the car. So I added 2 little jelly beans on there. I'm going to bring the bottom of the car in a little bit, and then I'm going to put in my wheel well, and I'm going to close up the car. Just 2 more curves. I'm going to put my tires on the car. Give them some hubcaps. Alright, if this is the front of the car, I'm going to need to have my windshield. I'm going to separate back of the car also. Maybe a door handle. That looks pretty good there. So I can go ahead and outline that. Since it's a very small thing, I am going to outline with thin Sharpie. And if you look at my first example, I have a dump truck. You could have a group of people on the street. You could have a fruit stand. Think of things that you see on the street when you go into a city. Maybe a newspaper stand, maybe a hot dog cart. Make something fun for you. So I'm going to go ahead and outline. Now that I've outlined, I can choose a fun color to color it with. I'm going to take my time on coloring it. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this out, so if I go a little outside the outside lines, that's okay. No big deal. Alright, now I'm ready to cut out my car. Since it's very small, I need to be careful when I cut. Alright, I've got that cut out. And I'm going to go ahead and see how it looks on the pop-out. Looks pretty good. I think before I put that on there, I want to make my road also. So I'm just going to take my colored pencil. I think I'll make my road come out just a little further than the pop-out. I'm on the bottom half of my paper when I'm making my road. So if you wanted to do more, you could always add people, cut them out and stand them up right in there. That'll look pretty fun. Alright, I have finished coloring my road, and now I'm going to add one little dot of glue to the front of my pop-out. I'm going to place my car on the pop-out. And now you can see what my James Rizzy City looks like. Make sure you take a good picture of your James Rizzy Happy City and insert it onto the slide that I've given you, and turn in your project.